So just starting off again for day 7. Had a great day off yesterday, lovely rest day, feel a lot better today, real spring, and I'm touching the same spot I finished at the other day. I'm here at Perranporth and it's blue skies. The forecast tonight is a little bit, let's just say, mixed. I haven't got any accommodation booked as yet, so it's probably going to be in the broken tent. But the good news is I've managed to locate a pole that's going to enable the tent to work properly again, and I'll be able to pick that up in Bude. The manufacturers have posted it to a sports shop in Bude. So day 7, I wonder if day 7 counts as rest day yesterday, or we just count day 7 today. Well, let's call today day 7. Day 7 starts here. So just leaving Perranporth now, and the coastal track takes me along the beach. And I can follow the beach for quite a while apparently. If the tide is in, then there's an alternative route just over the hills there. But the really good news today is that I've fluked it, that the tide is going out at the moment. And by the time I hit Newquay, it's probably lunchish, maybe a little bit afterwards, the tide will be well and truly out. And if it isn't, then you have to sit and wait. So just by fluke, I've managed to time it perfectly. So I've got a decision to make in the next couple of weeks. When I get to Bristol, I can cut inland after Bristol, probably north of Hereford, and then go through the Peak District and the Pennine Way. Alternatively, I can go through the canal system, which both are really appealing. I wish I could do both, but we'll have a good look into that in the next few days and make a decision when appropriate. I mean, look at this. I can't really complain, can I? It's a Wednesday morning. It's blue sky. The weather forecast for today is good. No rain until this evening. Got that dilemma, what do I do accommodation wise? I will worry about that later in the day. Live life to the edge, eh? And big shout out to my long-suffering wife Paula, who's just so supportive of all these projects that I just sort of seem to do. Back home in New Zealand, she's finished work for the day. Had a quick chat to her just now. Couldn't get any reception on heading out initially, so had a little chat just now. And yeah, thanks Paula. Love you. Almost got the beach to myself. I think at some stage I have to get back onto the hills, and I think they're like sand dune-ish. I suspect it won't be too far away. I don't think I can go around that corner on the sand. So just over 3 k's on the beach, just leaving the beach now. St Agnes to the right and Perranporth straight ahead. And I can go no further on the beach now. There's a couple of walkers up there on the hill, so that's where I need to head to, but first of all get to that height. And the trail's back on the cliff tops now. Had that beach just about to myself before. It's great. Blue skies still. Hurrah, hurrah, hooroo. On we go. So about to go around the corner, and I suspect this is where I say goodbye to St Agnes and Perranporth. It was great knowing you, and a big thanks again to the accommodation. Had some great hosts in Perranporth at St Agnes. Mark and Michael, fiercely proud, I think I mentioned before, of their Cornish heritage, and in fact they were both out last night. Mark teaches an advanced and intermediate Cornish speaking class, and Michael lectures in Cornish history going back many centuries. Really interesting, and a real bonus for me to get that added little bit of history along the trail. Just swung around the little corner now, Another good view of St Agnes, Perranporth still hidden. Very pleasant morning walking. Just coming around that cliff that's just filmed over, I think I can already see Newquay, which is actually a bit quicker than I thought. And the beauty about this is that the tide is going out and I can easily get into Newquay on time. Won't be stopping in Newquay, might have some lunch there, but won't be stopping for the night. Push on to Mawgan, Porth. And another beach section. This is called Holywell. Just dropping into Holywell, and those guys there are doing the Southwest Coast path with their dogs. There's about 4 of them. So big backpacks, probably full of dog food, I would imagine. And that was Holywell. And this is the beach where the tide has to be for me to cross the previous one. This is Newquay, coming into Newquay. So just coming down the coastal path onto the beach. Heaven only knows where I pick up the coastal path again. I'm guessing I just asked someone. There's not many people around. I'm actually going to, on this piece of sand, I'll actually cross the 160 km mark, which of course is pretty much 100 miles. So I have to remember to make sure I celebrate. And here marks the spot where I'm 100 miles from Lizard. Look at that first circle on 100. Look how round it is. That's very impressive. But you can see, it's low tide at the moment, and it's sort of so hard to see that this is such a dangerous place. But I guess it is. That's why the signs are there, and that's why I'm very, very lucky this is low tide. Anyway, I'm pushing on. 100 miles. Yay! I'm not exactly sure where the coastal path joins here, but some steps for me to climb here now. Bridge to cross. A big climb. That's cool. Good job the tide was out. I'm not a child. I behave like one a lot of the time, but technically I'm an adult. Stopped off for some lunch in Newquay. And that was Pentire. And then over that side, Newquay. Sometimes it's quite hard to find the route on the way back out, but this has been really, really easy. So I'm on my way to Mawgan Porth. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. I should strike Mawgan Porth about 4:30. Sometimes tricky to know whether you're still on the coastal path, so it's really useful when you get these little indicators. I still felt I was in an inbuilt area here, but I'm clearly going well. Quite blowy here. It's a very pleasant day otherwise. Little beach here. Not sure what the name of this place. There's not many people on it. Beautiful day like this too. Watergate Bay, and here's the coast path. A funny little entrance. Newquay well in the distance now, and a little bit of climbing to come. The wall goes pretty close to the cliff edge sometimes, and you wouldn't want to be scared of heights. Sometimes it springs up on you. You come around a little bend, and then there's a there's a great big drop to your left. And this is a good view of Pentire and Newquay from a distance, with that beautiful isolated beach, quite empty beach too. Not too far from Mawgan Porth now, about 1.5 miles I think. I just passed a sign, so that's where I'll probably stop for the night. I just came completely out of the blue. Very odd. Must be some sort of military base here. I was certainly unaware of. Mawgan Porth appears over the horizon. This is where I'll likely stop for the evening. Not bad timing either. It's about 3:30ish. It's been a good day today. It's been windy, but there's been blue skies. The weather will be deteriorating a little bit later on this evening. We're going to get some rain tonight, from about 11 o'clock till 2, 3ish, and then again tomorrow morning. So it's nice to be calling it a day very soon. So I'm going to call it a day at this signpost here tonight, and that's Mawgan Porth. And I've managed to get a really cheap hotel, just double back a little bit. I've got a cheap hotel and a bed for the night without having to worry about the rain. So it's just gone 3:30, a good solid day today. I'd like to definitely get used to it and bring on tomorrow. Nice tub of mint choc ice cream to finish the day off. And I reckon it's a bit too. So got the time wrong a little bit on the last video. It's 4:30 rather than 3:30. But again, I've ended up with like a really relatively, I think, cheap hotel room for 50 quid. It's like 100 New Zealand dollars. Really, oh, it's good for the night. A bed for the night, and what's going to be a wet night. So I'm not going to complain about that. Picked up a bit of sunburn today, actually. So I haven't been using too much sun lotion, probably because of the clouds. But I think a little bit sunnier today. I got caught by surprise. So just got to be a little bit more careful. I guess you learn by your mistakes. But really enjoyed today. Good walking. And I'll get an early night. Have a good meal. Crash early. Might do a little bit of an update later. So day 7 from the Lizard and day 4 from Land's End. It's a good day. It was a long day. Finished at 4:30 after a start just before 9, and I was pretty much on the go most of that time with only a little small lunch stop. So perhaps I need to start taking more breaks. Got a little bit sunburnt. Didn't put any sun lotion on, and the sun was shining. It's my own fault. Silly. I was covered on the head. So, not too much damage to my face and neck, but the back of the legs are a little bit red. Overall, a good day, and I was very pleased to get a cheap hotel again tonight. The forecast tonight is really poor. Went across to the supermarket a few moments ago, and it's got cooler. And the forecast is for thunderstorms at around about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then another deluge at around about 7, 8 in the morning. So it's only this pocket of England as well that's got the problem. Everywhere else is having good weather. So just have to ride it through. I think the forecast is improving after in about 2 or 3 days' time. So all in all, a good day. The highlight of the day was just the scenery, I guess. It was pretty spectacular at times, and the low light would have been the sunburn. Yeah. So that was day 7 from Lizard and day 4 from Land's End, and I'm not sure this video is going to be that interesting actually, because it was quite a bit of routine stuff, but let's see how it goes. Hoping to make an early start tomorrow, but because of the rain, about 7, 8 o'clock-ish, I'm probably not going to get going till after 9. And that was day 7, as I say.